Alright guys, now Mobile Nick Mechanic. Now we're going to do another oil change in the 2000 Toyota Avalon. I've already made one video, but you know, it was a lot of fun. It's fun hanging out, it's fun making videos, there's always new stuff. So we're just going to do another video for how to change the oil. And one of the first things you're going to want to do, I highly recommend, especially if you're going to service your own vehicle, put on your e-brake. In this case, right there, push on or off. E-brakes on, just for safety. And the next thing you're gonna want to do is come over here, take off the oil fill cap, take it off, put it somewhere safe. And most vehicles, it'll tell you what kind of oil you're gonna need. Good thing we got 5W30. I'm just gonna go ahead and set it over here by my tools. And of course, find a safe place on the unibody, safe area. Jack the car up. We're gonna jack the car up so we've got some room to get underneath there and look around. A little bit higher. How you doing, girl? You okay? You happy? And now the car's got a secure standing on my jack. Just gonna loosen it a little fast. Move that out of the way. And if you want to see where exactly I went, oh shit, can we get a better spot than that? All right, now that's a better spot. Right here in between the unibody, there's a nice safe spot where the two pieces of metal come together, the frame. Okay. So now we have a little bit of room to get underneath there. All right, and then we come right underneath of here. And then on this side, you gotta be very careful. You don't want to drain this side because one side is for the transmission fluid and the other side is for the oil. Now, most of the times the transmission fluid will be much harder to remove because there'll be a special bolt or a special tool used. Alright, now it is a 15 millimeter socket. 15 millimeter socket. I've already broken it. Now I'm just gonna untwist it. Get my drain pan ready. Twist that shit, untwist it. And I'm gonna try to grab it before it drops so I don't lose it in the pan with all the oil. Boom. Now I'm gonna walk away and go have a cup of coffee, chill, read for a minute, give this about 5 minutes or so, let it drain on its own. Remember, a 15 millimeter bolt. Do not lose this, put it somewhere safe. A few minutes later and you'll notice just a little slow steady drip now. Just gonna keep letting it drip some more. We got our little funnel ready, you know, this way it'll be nice and easy and we won't make such a mess pouring it by hand. You can pour it by hand, but there's a good chance you'll drip. We don't want to drip. Oh, and just so you guys know, for this particular vehicle, it's been about 8,000 miles. 8,000 miles since I changed the oil last. I know you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, you're supposed to change it every 3,000 miles. Well, I kept up with the oil level. I made sure it didn't burn too much. I kept a feel for it, and I decided this was a good time. The important thing is the oil level and the coloration. You know, if it's still nice and clear and brown, it's still good. Tan, it's good. But when it gets black, then yeah, you want to change it. Go ahead and come over here, you know, use a paper towel, clean off your bolt. She's almost done dripping. You can hear that sound. We're gonna take a 15 millimeter bolt, put it back in the spot, and we're gonna tighten it as much as we can by hand. Then we're gonna take the ratchet wrench and we're gonna tighten it nice and snug. We're not gonna over tighten it though, because if we over tighten it, we could break it, and that will just be too many other problems we don't want to deal with. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in. I know it's still dripping just a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. It's probably like maybe a few bits left in there. So I slide it in the hole, and then I'm gonna tighten it by my hand, like I said. Tighten it with my fingers. Nice and tight. Oh, wait, hold on a second. I forgot the oil filter. Okay. Now before we go to the oil filter, we're just gonna pull the drain pan out so I can get down there. And yeah, that's a lot of oil. Let me pause it so I can move this without spilling. And the oil filter for the vehicle is right underneath exhaust manifold. Exhaust manifold right here. See it where my fingers are. I know it's kind of dark, but it's right. Can you see it? Right there. Anyway, you know where my hand is. So twist it loose. After you loosen the oil filter, before you take it all the way off, take your drain pan, slide it back underneath. This way it'll catch the remaining oil. Go ahead and take that guy off. Spin it. Pull it out. Shoot, don't drop it like I did. Wear gloves. I forgot to buy gloves. I'm gonna wash my hands afterwards. Boom, there's the oil filter. Now, take your new filter. Oops. Take your new filter. Bring it out. Like so. Again, wear gloves. Take the old one, put it back in here so we can return it to the parts store. I did make a little tiny oil spill. Use kitty litter, floor dry, wipe it up, clean it up, dispose of it properly. Take your new oil filter and be sure to lubricate the seal, lubricate that ring with oil. Okay, now that it's nice and lubricated, go on and put it back on. Okay, once you get it on, tighten it as hard as you can by hand. And we fill it up with oil. Alright, this guy holds about a little over 5 quarts of oil, about 5.3. So now we're just going to pour that oil. Oops. After you pour it, clean it up. Put your cap back on. Put your oil cap back on. Check underneath to make sure you're not dripping or leaking or anything like that. No spots, so that's good. Go fire up the car. Let it run for a second. Check the level. Now we're going to pull the dipstick out, clean it, put it back in, and check the level. I already cleaned it and put it back. Alright, oil is nice and clean. We're a little high, but that's okay. And yeah, guys, that's how you change the oil again. You know, make sure you come over here, lift the car back up, take the jack out, turn the e-brake off, take care of your car, and you'll have an awesome one. I'll see you next time.